Hi friends, thanks for visiting the channel today. So before you, I have this Acer Nitro. This is a 5, so it's a AN515-57, and this machine is not showing any display when you power it on. And I cannot, even if I use a HDMI, it's not going out to an external monitor. So upon close observation, I noticed there's an airline crack at the bottom, so I'm assuming there's something wrong with the panel. But you think if I put a HDMI cable, it would go out to the external monitor. Not so with these models, unfortunately. So today I'm going to show you that how, if you have a similar situation where you're booting up and you get into a blank screen, no display, how you can fix this, at least until you can replace your display or replace your display cable, whatever the problem is. So first off, if it's on, you want to hold the power button until it completely shuts off. So okay, there it goes. So then I'm going to flip it over, and with this machine there are, I think there are 11 screws, and there are 11 plus head screws, so 3 across the back, then you have 3 in the middle and 1 across the side here. So that's the 6, 7, and then there are 4 towards the front, right? So you're just going to need a regular plus head tip to remove that. And I would suggest you have something like a small metallic spudger, or if you don't have that, maybe a very thin knife or a very thin guitar type pick, and then you'll need something else once you start getting into the back. So in the interest of time, I've removed the screws, so the screws are all the same, right? So then with your spudger, you're going to start finding one of the edges, usually towards the front, I say, is the best place to go. And you're going to look for a crack there, or a space in the bottom near the screw, and you're going to go in there and start popping it up. You're going to go all the way around towards the back. So mine may be a little bit easier because I've done it before. And then towards the back here, so the trick to know is that when you get towards the back portion is going to take the entire colored section where the fan grill is and everything. So you'll have to go around that side and pop it out, and do the same for the other side. And then once you get it to a certain point, you can start using your plasticky tool to pop it up, and it will come out. Mind you, it's a lot easier because I've opened this before. I'm not trying to pretend that it's so easy, but in the interest of time, but it's really not that difficult, right? So once you get in here, let's put my screwdriver out of the way. I don't want to put it on anything. So once you get in there, what you're looking for, and before I start going into, if you haven't opened this before, clearly you're going to see that you've got your, in this case, this is a 2 terabyte. This has been upgraded, NVMe and 2, so that's a nice upgrade for this machine. There was originally just one stick, 16 gig, and I put in an additional 8 gigs, so there are 24 gigs on this machine right now. This is a 3050. I don't think this is a TI, but it's a 3050. So it's doing well, and it's an i7. So i7 1100. So this is a nice machine. This machine is only about 3 years old. Okay, just a little over 3 years old. So once you get in here, before you start touching or tearing anything apart, you want to remove the battery, right? So you're gonna need this same tool, a plastic tool or any non-metallic tool, to look at the battery connector. So in this case, it's right here. So you're going to grab or just press against it or push it towards you. Push one side, then the other side until you get it right out, right? Next, you're looking for the cable. So this is a embedded display cable, and that's one of the reasons why it will not go to bias. So as long as the cable is plugged in, it's gonna send the signal to the cable and try to think, hey, you've got cable plugged in. It's not, it's some of these gaming machines are like that. So you actually need to trick it by physically removing the cable. So the first thing you want to do is to lift all the tape up, lift the tape up, and then peel it back. Try not to touch anything you shouldn't. And then once you look at it, you near these corners, each corner, there will be a plastic portion that you can use the same tool and just push one side, and then you do it to the other side again. Push the other side until it pops out completely. Okay, then you can pull it out. So now I wouldn't just put it back in place. What I would do is use the same tape that was keeping it down and entirely cover the connector portion. Just put it over the connector, tape it down completely, or tape it, the connector pins completely, and then you can put it in place. It's not going to go back in, but you can put it in the slot right here. You could even put some tape there, but you know what? It's not going to go anywhere. The fan or the cover will keep it down. So now that you have it all disconnected, we are gonna, let's put our battery back in. So we're gonna take our battery connector and we're gonna put our, so there you go. You can see that. Just align it and you're gonna push it back in. There you go. And then you can use the same plastic tool. Where is mine? It's right here. And you can push on it. Push one side first, then the other side. You can use the tip of your finger too, right? But you don't want to use anything sharp here because you can damage one of the connectors on, or the leads on the battery. Okay, so that seems like it's pretty small. It's right in there. Okay, so I'm gonna cover it back. I'm not gonna put the screws back in yet, but I'm gonna cover it. Yeah, here it goes. I'm gonna flip it over. Okay, so now remember, you absolutely won't be getting any display on the screen at all. Even if you, let's say your screen was damaged and you were getting a little bit of display, of course now you'll get zero. Nothing, no flicker, absolutely nothing at all, because you've disconnected the display cable, right? Which is our goal because we have bigger plans. So then you're going to open this up and you want to get HDMI cable attached to an external monitor. So this is really to buy you time until you can actually get a replacement panel. And surprisingly, these panels are not that very expensive. I've seen these, and this is a full HD 144 hertz. This is a full HD IPS panel, and I can get this for shipping and everything about 95 Canadian, and that is a good deal for a machine like this. Okay, so let's plug that back in. So let's plug it in for the first time, right? Okay, so we've got our HDMI cable in, and I'm gonna see if I can change my monitor so you can view a different screen, or you can view a split screen in that case. Okay, so let me show you this instead. So we've got a blank screen on the left side because it's not yet powered on, and then I'm gonna start powering on, and hopefully we get some kind of display on the external monitor. Okay, I can hear the drive still coming up. Still nothing yet, but it should be up soon. Okay, the screen is okay. There we go. Just like that. Let me go full screen. There we go. So we have full display. You can log into your computer. You can use your computer as you would, and even if it takes a while for you to get your display replaced, you could still work this machine, do your gaming, use it like you would an external monitor, and you can keep it open like I have it there open right now, or you could set it so that it doesn't go into suspense when you close the screen, and then maybe use a let me see, use a keyboard. So use a keyboard like this, and of course a keyboard with a dangle, and maybe an external mouse, and you would have a full desktop replacement. Because right now with the screen closed, sure, I can't access my keyboard, but I can use an external keyboard, and I can show you that my monitor is still up. So yeah, my monitor is still fully up. I can log in, I can use it, and you know what, if you don't want for a while, you can just go ahead and use this, right? So anyway, so this is just giving you a heads up what's really going on here. And I mentioned that there is a what's called a EDP, like it's an embedded display cable that's in it, and then, well, it's going to the embedded display, and because of that, it think that the monitor is still by default, and that's how these gaming machines are. So again, the fix is just to disconnect the LCD and disconnect the LCD cable. Since I've showed you how you would locate the ribbon cable, or you release it. Very importantly, remove the battery. Remove the battery before you do all this. And if you, after doing this, you could even go to the BIOS. But in the BIOS, you will notice that there is no option for you to force it from the BIOS to say boot to external display, right? So the good thing about this is that it's great to know that your GPU is fine, your board is fine, your internal panel in this case is what's defective. It's not, well, depends. In my case, it's my internal panel. It could be your internal cable. So hopefully it's just your cable. But otherwise, the replacement panel on this is not very expensive, right? So great. So before you order a motherboard, or you assume that your GPU is dead, try this diagnostic step. You can save yourself some serious money. Now, if you like a real world repair like this, subscribe. Subscribe to this channel. Please like, please share. And until the next video, have yourself a great day now. Bye.